Hi, Teresa.
Mike, the hit to Khalif Raymond, two things. Did you think it was a catch, or did it come out, and do you wish you'd had your challenge flag to be able to challenge at that point?
I don't want to go through what the rules are for the challenges, but I guess I'll have to. It's automatically reviewed. So you want to ask another question? I apologize. I don't want to waste that one on you because they looked at it. If you want to ask me if I thought that was a hit to the head of the defenseless receiver.
Well, that was the second follow-up.
Beautiful. I did. But again, they didn't see it that way. And that's what happens. You know, it's fast. It's happens quickly. And again, it's about player safety and about when that player becomes unprotected. You know, there's a certain time that he completing the process of the catch, and you know, it's a fine line.
Did Khalif get knocked out on the play?
I know that he was down on the ground. I don't know what his status was before I got out there, but when I got out there, he was fine and talking to us.
Is it a bit of an unusual feeling, Mike, at all, that, you know, even though it's a hard-fought game and you lose, that you still have everything?
Sure. You know, I mean, I think that just the approach that the, you know, the playoffs have started essentially for us, because when you get into any kind of playoff, that when you win, you move on to the next step, and when you lose, you're done. And so I think that that's really where we're at right now.
What was the thinking behind running out the clock at the end of the half when you had, I think, 3 timeouts and 2:05 left to go?
That they were getting the ball in the second half, and we just wanted to make sure that, you know, that we were sound and smart with football. And you know, we got a first down there, I think, and but we weren't able to sustain. And that's what the thinking was, is that you want to be smart with football and go down and score points, but you also don't want to leave Drew Brees a couple timeouts in a minute and 45 seconds.
How much discuss maybe the decision for Derek to be active and have to thank Dion and Galen and those guys?
Well, I thought that, you know, first of all, that was an organizational decision that we thought was best for the football team. Like we try to make every decision with the team's best interest in mind. And then the guys, you know, there's a lot of guys that stepped up and took advantage of their opportunities. Dion, Dawkins, Tajay, Roberson, you know, Nigel got to play on special teams, so that's what this league's about, guys taking advantage of their opportunity.
How much this week were you expecting to see Marshawn Lattimore travel with A.J. Brown?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think that he had done that, and I think that we were expecting that, and you know, that's what you get when you start playing well in this league, and they have other players that are very good. That's what happens.
How much do you anticipate that the week for Derek can help now that you're in that do-and-die playoff situation?
Well, I think that, first of all, nobody respects the effort that Derek puts forward for this team, not only in the conditioning, to get his body right, to be a runner that can withstand the pounding of an NFL season. I fully understand what that toll and rigor is, and you know, you can only hope that it would help, and that's why we made the decision that we made.
It seems like early in the game there was a concerted effort to get the ball in the hands of some of your best yak guys, Jonnu and AJ. Was that something that you guys wanted to do with Derek not being out there?
Well, I think that's something that you always try to do, whether you know, Derek's involved. It's just guys that can help you. You know, I think some of those plays are certainly not going to get noticed, but I know that Pruitt and Lawan had great blocks and great adjustments on the pressure. You know, they pressured right into the one that AJ was able to score on, and that was difficult. That was probably the most difficult look that they could have gotten, and they both blocked it very well. They sold the, you know, to be able to get Jonnu free like that, you have to be able to sell a run in the action, and the linemen did that with their pads down, and Jonnu continues to improve and got his eyes around, and then, you know, got vertical when he caught it. Sorry, John.
Sorry, what were some of the issues on kickoff coverage?
You know, again, it's hard to see, but here's what happens on kickoff coverage. You need a great kick, like punt coverage, and then you need guys that are able to run down there, avoid without slowing down. and then we got to finish on the football. And, and then you got to be able to keep leverage when they try to bend it back. So again, we'll look at that, and knew that was a strength of their football team. They have a returner that's very confident in what he's doing. He brought it out 5 deep, and that's certainly something that we'll have to look at and continue to work on.
Mike, were you waiting on the Houston game yesterday to decide on Derek for today?
Well, there's a lot of things that we, kind of go through to figure out when we're making decisions. So I would say that was probably something else that factored into the decision.
What did you like about what Roberson did today?
It looked like he factored, looked like he played fast. He flashed, and again, there was a lot of times where we executed the keys and understood what we were trying to do as far as disrupt the timing of the quarterback and getting guys into the pocket and hitting receivers. We dropped 2 passes. We really threw us one and to Kevin and threw Brock. Brock was there on the other one, and you got to catch the ones they throw you.
Were you frustrated or disappointed that you kept closing to 3, it seemed like, and then they were able to answer what was going on defensively?
I mean, it's just not good enough. Give up big plays, miss tackles. The execution. When you have breakdowns or guys aren't on the same page, or I think that's frustrating when our offense is able to come back and answer and close the gap like you said, and get it down there and try to hold them to a field goal, but they were able to score at the end.
There was a lot of conversation outside the locker room maybe about how next week's game mattered more than today. How'd you like the energy? How'd you like the effort maybe from?
I love the effort of our football team. I know that they're going to fight. They're going to compete. It came out. We did some things very well. We got a lead, but no lead is safe against a team that's got the type of players they have that are led by the quarterback that they have, and just unfortunate. When officials tell you they miss calls on touchdowns, I'll leave it at that. That's we're going to do a better job of not letting them get the touchdown, but it's hard enough to stop them as it is.
A lot of yardage to 2 excellent receivers the last 2 weeks. Is that just 2 great receivers, or do you guys have to be better in that regard?
I don't know. This guy had 100. He just broke the all-time record. So we'll have to do a better job the next time we play a guy that's got the all-time record for catches. Thanks, guys.
Can we bring Tannehill in here at some point? Also, it'll just be Vrabel tomorrow, and then we'll have locker room and Vrabel on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday.
Sense of time?